Taylor. Third period intermediate art. It's Friday. Let me show you your sketch assignment and your next project. We have a few going on. If you go to your announcement section, this is where you will find your daily sketch assignment. They've been here all the 6 weeks. You have 4 to upload by tonight. You have 4 to upload. Today's is illustrate something tiny, very big, like a paperclip, a ladybug, something that's very tiny, a tooth, something very tiny. Those little candies, what are they called? They're all in a little roll. Sweetie, Smarties, like a little Smartie, you're going to illustrate something very eyelash, something very small, really large, your toenail. There we go. So that's your sketch for today. You're going to upload all 4 sketches in where it says sketchbook right here. It says sketchbook somewhere. Yours is different than mine. Somewhere it'll say sketchbook upload. There it is. Week 9 sketchbook upload. That's there. If you didn't get yet last week's, they're all open. All assignments, everything's open. So you can get work in, so you can get a good grade, because you just don't get a free 50 this go around. Your next assignment, keep in mind that we have been working on our Keith Haring social design project. I don't think I have had very many turned in from this intermediate class, but keep in mind that you are going to take the concept of a social issue and you're going to take the style that Keith Haring would draw in, and you're going to create a poster illustrating some sort of social issue. And I've gone through this for a few days. Know that you have multiple slides here that tells you about him, his projects, his work, giving you all a lot of ideas. I just was thinking, I don't know if it was yesterday in this class or my 4th period class, but you could do something. I've totally forgot about homelessness. You could easily draw one of Keith Haring figures, like, maybe giving some food, to another one of Keith Haring's figures, or clothing, or, just general compassion right now. Just handing somebody a flower, or, a really pretty drawing. Something reminded me in here. Like this one right here. This Keith Haring figure, that's his figure, but also these movement lines are very known for him. But this whole gesture is kind of like, well, what's going on? You could easily, have him holding, a 2020 flag, or, COVID sign, or, a big question mark, because that's definitely a social issue right now for us. We don't know what's going on. We don't know when we're all coming back to school, etc. So, that would be a perfect way to do something in a Keith Haring style. But we're going to move on, and we are going to, I like to balance heavily thinking projects, heavily, things you got to think about, with more technical projects. This isn't very hard. It looks hard, but it's very easy. We're going to do a little bit of op art, op art, not to be confused with pop art. Op art was an art movement that originated in the 60s. So you can kind of already think kind of like trippy. If you've ever seen, what are those movies? I'll come back to that. Originating in the 1960s, where artists were only purely used geometric shapes and forms to create art that looked like an optical illusion. That looks like you could be going down a hallway. It's receding into space. It's supposed to play with your eye. the optical art gave the viewer the impression of, or feeling of objects moving, vibrating, warping. The idea was to create a visual effect. Here's another one. This one, you know, you initially look at it and you look here, but then all of this starts kind of going around and it kind of plays with your eyes. I know they do that a lot at fairs. When you go to the county fairs and you ride some sort of ride, sometimes they have kind of trippy designs in there that give you the illusion that things are happening. Here's a couple of more. Op art designs focus equally on the positive and negative shapes that line up just right to create this visual tension. And we've been working with all of this. We've worked with perspective, we've worked with positive, negative. This one has, if you stare at it long enough, it has this feeling that you're going down this tunnel. These I thought were hyperlinked, but they're not. These are two op artists from the mid 20th century you can look up. Also, you know, it's very perspective driven. To draw this right here, all you would have to do is do a horizon line right there, put a vanishing point right in the middle where those squares are, draw a square, and then, you know, do all these diagonal lines down to it. I'm going to show you how to do some. I'm going to show you how to do this one. I've got a video on this one. So you're going to be making your own op art. You do not have to follow my examples. I'm not going to show this video because I think it's just a little too simple, but you can click on that link right there. Those of you at home, you can click on any of these links, but I am going to show you this video right here. It's very easy. It looks like it's not, but it is. I've been trying to plug my sound in, and it sounds like we're in the middle of a hurricane. Let's see. I don't know why. Oh, maybe I fixed it. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to click on this link. Let me make sure it's not crazy loud. It's not even doing it. Sorry. I think y'all can figure it out without hardly hearing it. It's very easy. And obviously you don't even have to use a ruler. And you don't have to do this particular one. You can hashtag op art on YouTube. You can hashtag op art on any social media platform. Basically, she's just doing concentric squares all the way down.
And I'm just eyeballing it here, but as I'm getting closer to the center, my lines are getting slightly closer together. So very slowly, I'm going to start making your lines get closer together. So we're just drawing straight lines all the way around. Once I'm done drawing my lines all the way around, I'm going to draw like a plus sign across my page. So I'm drawing a line down the center. And
Oh, you know what? I'm so
the
stupid.
other direction. So where you have your box on your page, where you have that 4-quadrant box.
Really, any material that you have, you can start filling that in.
I'm so stupid.
You might want to mark them out first in pencil so that you don't make a mistake with the marker and kind of mess up your design if you feel that would be more.
Very, very easy, almost therapeutic because it just gets kind of patterned.
As I go, and I'm sketching it out, and then I'm just filling it in, and I'm spinning my page, going around and around, filling in every other rectangle. So we're starting from the center, so my lines are kind of small. If you don't want your lines to be this tight, you can make your shapes a little bit bigger. It all depends on how much detail you want.
You could also try this almost with like a spider web design. Instead of doing straight lines,
You
do
have to pay attention a
curvy
little bit
lines.
just to make sure that you don't.
I'm gonna
color
fast
in the
forward
wrong
because
box.
nobody
But
wants to watch her
It
color
gets
this in.
very kind of meditate.
You can see, you know, she's literally going every other one. And she's still doing it, and she's still doing it. And she's still doing it. And that's it. Her craftsmanship looks a little runny to me. But that's something to take your time with. You don't at home, you don't need a ruler. You can pretty much free draw that yourself. So you're going to design some form of an op art. It doesn't in your sketchbook. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, a big project. It can just be a square, you know, just draw a square. You can freehand this, follow those steps, or look at the other one in your assignment. What is this called? The assignment. This one is a very short video. I think it's a stretch to, I don't know. This one's, I'll show you this one too.
Optical illusion. We begin by drawing a box.
I do think it might be too easy for y'all.
Or you could really use any straight edge. Just want to make sure your box is pretty straight. We're measuring it out nice and light with the pencil. If you don't have a pencil, you can use a pen. Pencil is best though. Now I'm going to draw two lines that run parallel to one side of the box. So one is going to go horizontal and one is going to go vertical. I'm just measuring them out here, but you can eyeball them. And then we're going to erase that little area and we're going to draw a diagonal line from the corner of the box to the opposite corner. And now we are just measuring out, and I'm going to draw some straight lines that end at that diagonal line. So you can measure them if you have a ruler, or you can eyeball and just kind of guesstimate so they're sort of similar. And kind of do the best you can. Get nice and straight. And this video is sped up a little bit, so you can take your time. Now we're going to fill in every other line. You can use a marker, you can use a colored pencil, you can use a crayon, you can use a pen. Anything you have will do here. A marker seems to work best. We're just going to fill it in, and we're going to do both sides. So those two lines that meet, and we're going to try to keep it as neat as we can. And this is going to make a cool little optical illusion that looks like it's kind of going down into space.
And it kind of does. I mean, it's supposed to seem like you're going down that way. I'm going to speed her little non-very fast-forwarded video up. Ta-da! So that's what you're working on. You're either designing your own, researching into op art design, or following one of these videos and creating one yourself. You are drawing something tiny, very large for your sketch assignment. So that probably means unless you want to take up your entire sketchbook paper, you're probably going to want to draw like a little box and then draw that object, ladybug gigantic, or, you know, something that's paperclip would be good. You know, you're going to try to optically show that it's gigantic. And you're going to email me if you have any questions. Contact me if you need to do a live Zoom. Monday, we're here all day sitting in our classrooms. So if you want to schedule a virtual, you know, chit chat, you can do that. You guys have a lot of time to get some work done. So please start turning in some work. I surely don't want to have to call home. Really don't. Probably need to. All right, I'm gonna stop live recording.